What if a single goal celebration could break one of the fiercest international rivalries in football history? Picture this. An elite Argentine striker steps onto the pitch for his new club, ready to live his dream, only to be crushed and humiliated by his very own home supporters. But just 24 hours later, a Brazilian star from a rival club stands up in front of the entire world to defend him. Is this pure coincidence? Or is it a secret message of unity across enemy lines? Welcome back to Total Football Nexus. Before we dive into this, make sure to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, share it with your fellow football fans, and hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on so you never miss our deep dives into football culture. The incident occurred at the Metropolitano Stadium during the opening match of the La Liga season. Julian Alvarez, the Argentine forward, stepped onto the field representing Atletico Madrid. After achieving major international success and securing top trophies, Alvarez moved to the Spanish capital seeking a new chapter, greater leadership responsibility, and the fulfillment of his career ambitions. However, instead of receiving support from the home crowd, the atmosphere turned hostile. The home stands, filled with Atletico Madrid supporters, targeted their new signing with jeers, whistles, and continuous negativity. Alvarez, recognized worldwide for his energetic presence and work ethic, looked completely isolated on the pitch. When the final whistle blew, he did not exchange shirts or celebrate with teammates. Visibly distressed by the hostile reception, he walked straight down the tunnel and entered the dressing room without speaking to anyone. Why did a fan base turn against a major signing in his very first league appearance? Had Alvarez done anything wrong, or was he caught in the middle of unrealistic expectations and stadium toxicity? Neutral observers and football pundits condemned the behavior of the Atletico crowd, pointing out that no player deserves such hostility while adapting to a new tactical system. Yet, while the football community debated the incident, the most unexpected response emerged not from an Atletico press conference or teammate, but from Catalonia, inside FC Barcelona. In their subsequent La Liga fixture against Elche, Barcelona controlled the match and generated numerous scoring opportunities. The decisive moment arrived when Raphinha, Barcelona's Brazilian winger and attacking leader, scored a brilliant goal. What followed the goal immediately drew global attention. Instead of his usual celebration, Raphinha turned directly toward the cameras, raised his arms, and struck the iconic Spider Man pose. To casual viewers, it looked like a simple comic reference, but across South American football, the gesture carried a very specific meaning. Julian Alvarez is widely known by his nickname La Araña, which translates to the Spider. His trademark celebration across international tournaments and club competitions has always been the Spider Man web shooting pose. Brazil and Argentina share the fiercest rivalry in international football history. For a Brazilian international playing for Barcelona to publicly perform the signature celebration of an Argentine striker playing for Atletico Madrid was completely unprecedented. Was Raphinha simply enjoying a moment on the pitch, or was he intentionally crossing rivalries to show Alvarez that he had support in Spain? Following Raphinha's Spider Man gesture, the football community engaged in widespread debate and tactical analysis. Fans, journalists, and pundits raised an important question. Was a Brazilian Barcelona leader genuinely extending public solidarity to an Argentine rival playing in Madrid? When asked about the celebration in the post-match mixed zone, Raphinha gave a diplomatic response. He stated that the celebration was dedicated entirely to his young son, describing it as a personal family tribute. However, many viewers questioned whether this explanation was simply a calculated public relations response to avoid controversy. In modern European football, elite players represent massive global brands. Raphinha could not openly tell international media that he was comforting an Atletico Madrid player, especially given the fierce sporting rivalry between Barcelona and the capital clubs.
publicly stating that he was rebuking Atletico supporters or reaching out to an opposition player would create significant media tension between club executives. Because of these professional boundaries, analysts and supporters viewed the official statement as a standard diplomatic shield. They interpreted Raphinha's celebration as a calculated silent act of solidarity. By replicating the exact signature move of the Spider, Raphinha sent an unmistakable signal to Julian Alvarez: your talent and career are respected, regardless of the hostility from your home stands. Furthermore, commentators viewed the celebration as a subtle message regarding Atletico Madrid's environment. The underlying implication was direct. If the atmosphere at the Metropolitano stadium remains hostile toward Alvarez, Barcelona represents an environment where top attacking talents have historically found freedom and support. Barcelona holds a long tradition of Argentine players thriving in Catalonia, offering a creative atmosphere built on attacking football. Consider the mental impact of this gesture on Julian Alvarez. After enduring a hostile and demoralizing home debut, an elite international from his country's biggest footballing rival publicly used his trademark celebration on global television. That single action highlighted how mutual respect among professional athletes can transcend traditional rivalries and toxic stadium reactions. This situation demonstrates the realities of modern fan pressure, while also highlighting the professional solidarity that exists among top-tier footballers regardless of club badges or nationality. What is your take on this situation? Do you think Raphinha's Spider Man celebration was purely for his son, or was it a direct act of support for Julian Alvarez? If the atmosphere at Atletico Madrid remains hostile, should Alvarez consider a move elsewhere in La Liga? Share your opinions in the comments section below. Make sure to like the video, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe to Total Football Nexus for more in-depth football analysis. Thank you for watching.